All right, on to this now. City of Joburg Emergency Services are on high alert this Easter weekend as officials warn against risky behaviours such as reckless and drunk driving. This comes as people across the country travel to various destinations and observe the holiday in various ways. At the same time, the Department of Water and Sanitation has urged people to suspend religious and cultural water rituals following recent rain, leading to overflow in various water sources. Let's get an update and some safety tips during this time. Now we're joined by Joburg EMS spokesperson Robert Mulaudzi to tell us more. Good morning, Robert. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Good morning and morning to the viewers.
First and foremost, were there any major emergency responses held or handled by Joburg EMS on the first day of the Easter long weekend?
Yeah, so far so good. We have not yet responded to any major incident throughout the city of Johannesburg, actually in all 7 regions of the city, be it maybe fires or major accidents on our roads, of which we are happy about. We still have our monitoring teams in all 7 regions of the city. However, our main concern now is our congregants or faith-based organizations now during this time conduct visiting most of our river streams because of the rainfall which we have received in the last few weeks. Most of our river streams are full now. Maybe the congregants might be tempted to go now visit these river streams and conduct baptism rituals. So that's our concern, of which we are pleading with our faith-based organizations to avoid, visiting these areas, since now the risk is much more higher. If they do, they need to ensure that they ensure the safety of the congregants, because we have seen in the past when congregants are conducting rituals where congregants will be swept away while they conduct, because most of the rituals are done at midnight, and the risk is much more higher. So from our side, we have taken it upon ourselves as the City of Johannesburg Emergency Management Services to go and consult most of our stakeholders, which is the faith-based organizations, mostly in Alexander, to try and assist them to ensure that this time around we don't have any incidents where people might be swept away. So we have met them. We've actually given them some kind of training or skills which they can use to try and avoid drowning incidents. So
we'll expand on all of that. Firstly, let's talk about, you mentioned that there have been water incidents, as we know, in the past. Can you tell us about some of those water incidents that have occurred?
Yes, you remember we had an incident along Jackskay where about 15 congregants were washed away when they were conducting a baptism ritual or a cleansing ritual, of which we managed to, some of them they were saved, but about 15 of them they were washed away. We only recovered their bodies, which took us some few days to look for those people. And after that, we had an incident in Kliprefir, where also 2 young people were also washed away. That one was done around midnight. It was a 21-year-old and 18-year-old who were washed away when they were being baptized or they were being cleansed. So it shows that there is a concern. There is a concern in terms of around this time of the year where people will visit this kind of ritual river streams. Hence, from our side, we said we cannot really continue to go pick up bodies every time during the Easter holidays. So let's go out there and be proactive enough to ensure that, consult with the people who are conducting the rituals to say, how can we be able to work together in order for us to prevent this? So we're hoping that this time around we are going to have maybe 0 incidents in terms of maybe people being washed away while they're conducting this ritual.
And on this note, how are you working with groups faith-based to ensure safety while respecting their cultural and religious beliefs?
Yes, it's very much important, I would say, because what we have done, we said to them, we are not against any religious beliefs. So from our side, we went to them, so we called them together, like they've got associations or forums where like in Alexander, they've got Alexander Traditional Healers Association, where they will meet, in some days to discuss about their own issues. So we tap into that forum to call them together in one of our training centers to say, we have witnessed that most of the incidents people are being washed away while you're conducting the rituals. How can we be able to work together to prevent such incidents? So we train them in terms of, basic water safety skills. What is it that they can do, for instance?
All right. Do you believe that churches...
There's got some...
All right. Do you believe that churches and traditional leaders will comply with the request to suspend river and stream rituals over the Easter weekend?
Yes, we do, because, like, for instance, we're on the ground, we're working together with them. We do believe that they will adhere to our calls, because what is important here is us working together, because we are respecting whatever they are supposed to do from their side, but we also have got a responsibility to ensure that people are safe out there. So we are even requesting that if they don't have any problem with us being there, they can actually even invite us, to be there while they're conducting their ritual. So we're hoping that working together, we can be able to prevent such incidents.
All right. And lastly, before we let you go, what precautions can residents take to prevent emergencies at home, such as fires or accidents, or even people who are going to pray or cleanse in rivers while enjoying the holidays?
Yes, in terms of cleansing, we are saying let's do whatever cleansing during the day. We cannot, continue to do this kind of rituals at night. Of course, very serious problems which you have identified out in terms of some people, you call them maybe fake prophets or fake pastors, whatever you can call them, who are intoxicated, who are under the influence of something. We don't know whether it's alcohol or whatever, who are conducting the rituals.